Hello everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Sinalco Philippines Introduction to DOTA. In this first episode we will cover the absolutely basics of DOTA. What kind of game is it? What are the rules? What is the goal? And so on. So let's start. DOTA is a so-called MOBA, a multiplayer online battle arena. This means it distinguishes from role-playing games as you play single rounds where everybody starts from zero and there is no level progression over the games like it would be in a role-playing game. Furthermore, it is not a real-time strategy game since you do not build a base nor do you produce minions or control an army. DOTA is an acronym for Defense of the Ancients. In DOTA, two teams consisting of 5 players battle against each other with the goal of destroying the enemy building, so-called Ancient. To reach the main building, the team has to breach through at least one of the so-called lanes. As you can see on the graphic, there are 3 lanes reaching from one base to the other. On each lane there are 3 towers which protect the lane against creeps and heroes, which are getting more powerful the closer they are to the base. To distinguish between the towers, they are called Tier 1, Tier 2 and Tier 3 towers, with Tier 1 being the ones that are the farthest away from the base. And finally, there are the barracks, or short racks, at the end of each lane, already inside the base. Inside the base are 2 more towers, called Tier 4 towers, protecting the main building. All these buildings are called objectives. Once destroyed, they are never coming back. Therefore, destroying these buildings is an essential part of getting to the main goal, destroying the enemy main building. Furthermore, the main building cannot be damaged as long as 2 towers protecting it are still standing. These, however, are not attackable as long as all Tier 3 towers of the lanes are still intact. To sum it up, in order to be able to destroy the main building of the enemy team, you have to destroy all towers in at least one lane. Afterwards, you have to destroy the towers protecting the main building, and then you can damage the main building. Every player controls a unique hero that is chosen by the player before the game starts. This hero can be improved through leveling up or buying items for the hero. Experience as well as gold can be earned by either killing so-called minions, which are AI-controlled creatures that spawn every 30 seconds and run down a lane, or by killing enemy heroes. There are few creeps in the areas between the lanes as well. These areas are called jungle. These are the very basics of DOTA. A game of DOTA takes between 30 and 60 minutes, even though it is possible that they are occasionally shorter or even longer. The longest game of competitive DOTA lasted 200 minutes. That is 3 hours and 20 minutes. This is of course an incredible exception. To close this first episode, let's take a look at the different phases of a DOTA game. Every DOTA game starts with the drafting phase. In this phase, each team has to pick their heroes in alternating turns. Each team has a specific timer which runs down. At the end, both teams consist of 5 heroes, each played by a unique player. It is not allowed to have the same hero in the same game twice. After this phase, the first phase of the game starts, the so-called laning phase. In this phase, every player chooses a lane to go to for the first minutes of the game. As you already know, there are only 3 lanes, but 5 players. This means on some of the lanes there are more than 1 hero. Nevertheless, there are no restrictions concerning the lanes. Therefore, the hero allocation can differ from game to game, being for example 2 heroes on the top lane, 1 in the middle lane and 2 heroes on the bottom lane. It would also be possible to have 3 heroes in 1 lane. This phase of the game normally takes around 10 to 15 minutes, then players start to